All rise and shout. It's time for What's Trending.
Here's an experienced guy that's been there and done it before.
#1 rated JUCO quarterback out of California. A second-team AP All-American at the FCS level in Eddie Heckard.
Edge rushers get sacked. Keaton Slovis, quarterback. He's got to be the best transfer BYU has.
All right, I'm not sure if any of you have heard, but the transfer portal has turned out to be a pretty big deal in college athletics and certainly in college football. BYU has absolutely been active, and while the Cougars have lost guys to the portal, they've more than bounced back with an influx of talented players choosing to come to Provo. So with that, Dave, which side of the football do you think has improved the most through the transfer portal?
That's a deep question, because naturally you say offense because the quarterback is so important at BYU, and Slovis is here from the portal. So, and then you think, well, they needed a better, more aggressive running game. And then there's Aiden Robbins, who's here from the portal, coming from UNLV, a 1,000-yard rusher. And then it was, well, okay, you've got to replace Puka and some of the guys on the offensive side, Gunnar Romney. And so then they add a couple of receivers from the portal. Seem like they've checked all the boxes. So you gravitate to the offense. This is an offensive-driven school. But then you start looking at the guys on defense that they added, and then it gets to be a pretty good debate. You know, you get an All-American cornerback. That's huge. You get guys up front, Banya from Boise State and Cravens from Boise State, to improve that pass rush. I think you could throw Jay Hill in the transfer portal as well, since he's new and he's gonna kind of make it all work. And then you look at the linebacker, Vongpachang from Utah State, and you're like, they got a lot better on defense too. So what do you think?
I'm like you. Immediately you go to the offensive side simply because you needed a quarterback. You go to the transfer portal to get your quarterback. See, for me, I think the two most important and probably biggest needs were on the offensive side. And for me, that was quarterback and that was offensive line. You lost some guys to the portal going to Baylor. The Barrington brothers heading to Baylor, but you also lost, obviously, a couple of guys into the draft and now going to be playing in the NFL. So for me, the two biggest needs were quarterback and offensive line, and you were able to fill those needs quite well, actually. So I think the offensive side, you got the most important guys that you needed. However, I do go to the defensive side because I think the defensive side was where you needed to make up the most ground. That's where you needed to show the biggest improvement. And I'm with you. I love the guys that you get in. Vongpachang, Bagna, Cravens, Heckard, all those guys on the defensive side are welcome additions and I think help that side of the ball, which needed the most help going into the offseason. And you joked about it. Yes, he's not a transfer, portal addition, but the biggest addition on that side of the football was Jay Hill.
Right.
And even if he didn't do a single thing schematically, and we obviously know that he's going to do that and already has, what he has done already from a motivation standpoint and getting guys to buy in, and I'm not saying that guys weren't bought in before, but it just feels there is a new energy. If that is all he brought, that's already a win for BYU.
Yeah, you can make good players better.
Yes.
I think that the deeper thing is they went 8-5 last year. They weren't Big 12 ready last year. These guys bring in depth, and depth is really what's held BYU back among the big boys. Starting 11, go toe-to-toe. Once somebody gets hurt, things change. And so the goal in this offseason was to build depth. And so, all right, you lose the Barrington brothers, and you lose Freeland. All right, that's pretty devastating on paper. But then you come back with Caleb Etienne from Oklahoma State, Paul Miley from Utah, Ian Fitzgerald from Missouri State, Waylon Lapuaho from Utah State, and Jake Eichhorn from Weber State. You added replacements and depth. And so that's huge. Then you go to the defensive side and you go, dang, BYU's still not happy that Logan Fano is playing for the Utes and Keenan Peely's going to Tennessee, but they bring in Vongpachang from Utah State and then Cravens and Banya, Daw, some size and strength so that they replace those bodies and increase the depth. And the depth is the key for November football in the Big 12.
Well, and I think the other part, and this was, I did not go into the offseason. This is back to the offensive side. I didn't necessarily go into the offseason. After Aiden Robbins signed, and committed the transfer, obviously, most recently at UNLV. I kind of thought, okay, running backs are probably in pretty good shape. And wide receiver, yeah, you lose Puka, but you've got, and you lose Gunner. But you've got a lot of young guys that showed promise. And so I didn't necessarily feel like that was one where I knew that BYU was still looking at other receivers. But the fact that they've gotten some other guys in, you know, and there are some other guys coming in that have not been announced officially, so we can't mention names here on the show. But I think what BYU has done at the running back position and the wide receiver position, two areas that I thought were okay to begin with, and probably better than okay. The depth that they've added at those two positions, I think it's almost gravy at this point.
Yeah, and it's not just stopgap stuff. Slovis is a stopgap guy. We get him for 1 year, but the thing is, BYU is going to be in the Big 12 next year too, and so it's the cupboard and food storage, right. You know, not just what do we need to do to get through the weekend.
Right.
And I think we're seeing that in this portal, and we'll also see it with recruiting. It's going to be a blend of recruiting young guys and developing and getting guys who've already developed. And that blend is the challenge of every coaching staff now in college football. And this has been a huge group for Kalani Sitake and his group to do in basically year one. We'll call it year one because it's the year before the Big 12.
Right. Well, let's actually look at some of these numbers. You know, offensive players in that BYU has got in the portal. They brought in 11 guys. They lost 8. On the defensive side, they brought in 7. They lost 10. So, I mean, those are kind of the numbers that you're going with. And it's always one of those situations where at the very beginning of all this, it felt like there were more leaving the program than coming in. And so immediately you're sort of overwhelmed with what you don't have. But you always knew you had to give yourself some time for the coaching staff to go out and fill those holes. And I've got to say, I have loved what the coaching staff has done to fill those holes on both sides of the football.
You get 364 days a year before Christmas.
But we want things now, Dave. We want it now.
If you don't get your shopping done in the first week of December, there's still 3 more weeks,
right.
And that's what the portal has shown us. Even now, the portal is closed for guys going in.
Yeah.
But there's tons of guys in, as we've seen the last couple of weeks, where BYU can still go, you know what, you're the fit for us. Or the kid can go, I'm the fit for you. And so this goes on and on and on. The only ones that can get in now are the grad transfers, and there's plenty of those.
Yeah.
It's the shopping's going right up to, it feels like right up to Christmas Eve, which in Cougar Land is right up until kickoff September 2nd. These adding guys, and if you do it right, it works really good. And if you guess wrong, then you got it yourself in a jam, and it takes a little longer to get out of it. But that's why the evaluation is so critical. You evaluate a kid that you're recruiting from 4th grade on,
right.
through your summer camps and everything else. Some of these guys you're evaluating in a couple of days, and you just got to hope that both sides fit together.
What position do you think improved itself the most? Because I can make an argument for both lines. The offensive line and defensive line, I think, probably helped itself the most. I honestly, I'm not sure where I would lean on that. Probably would lean towards the defensive line, because I think there was more needed there than maybe even on the offensive line.
And a strategy change
there,
which might actually enhance the current guys.
Yeah, so I think I'd probably go defensive line, but where would you go in terms of the position that maybe upgraded itself the most?
You know, I lean to Eddie Heckard, because he's an All-American, and the corner spot is so important, especially if you're going to have an aggressive defense going after the quarterback. You got to have guys that can lock down on other guys, and he's one of those guys, and he's teaching the others, you know, leading by example. So on the defensive side of the ball, I go with Heckard. On the offensive side of the ball, I go with Aiden Robbins.
Okay.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", 230. Those are Algier size minus the addition of 2 inches taller. And coming from a 1,000-yard rusher, not behind BYU's offensive line, behind UNLV's offensive line. I just think he's the ticket. If he's a 1,000-yard rusher, that takes the pressure off everybody else on the offense, including the offensive line, because you don't have to block it perfectly, and you can still convert a 4th and 1 if you've got an Algier-type guy. And last year we struggled on 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
Yes.
By and large, we had decent numbers in the run game, but in the yards we needed the most, and I go right back to thinking about Notre Dame. Just get a yard or two, and we couldn't do it. I think Aiden Robbins is the difference maker there, and that becomes so important to that offense.